Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Katie here, and cue Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince because it's been a long time coming. It has been a hot minute since I've recorded a long video, but this one is very fun and flirty because it is all about, really nothing about New Zealand, but all about Melbourne, night one of the ERAS tour. I hope you can hear Meredith drinking her water in the background. Oh my gosh, we fought, tooth and nail to get tickets anywhere in Australia. We would have gone to Melbourne or Sydney. Honestly, we would have went to Japan or Singapore, because I wouldn't have said that we were like hardcore, like die-hard Swifties, but we watched so many of our friends go to the ERAS tour in the States and, you know, consume so much content about it online. We were just like, we have to go. We will not miss out on this no matter what. And Keaton is a huge concert person, and I've been to a few, but it's never been like, concerts are my thing. But we got tickets. We were in B Reserve, which was like, okay, A Reserve is like right next to the stage. We were in B Reserve, like quite a few rows back, but we still had a pretty great seat. Okay, I think I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's take it back. I'm just gonna take you on a journey of us going over there for anyone that cares to know. But also for our memories, because I want to hold on to that night for the rest of my life, and I think I will. I took so many videos during the concert, and you know, so many times you take videos and it's like, oh, you never actually go back and watch them. I've gone back to watch them so many times because it's just so magical. We flew over to Melbourne at like 3 p.m. on a Thursday. The concert was on Friday night, and then we left. We got in the Uber to go to the airport at 6:45 a.m. on Saturday. So we well and truly only went to Melbourne to see Taylor Swift. We got there that night and just kind of like piddle-paddled around, like exploring the city a little bit. And then the next morning, we got up and went shopping, because Melbourne shopping is insane it's insane in general, but compared to Christchurch, we spent way too much money. But we were like, well, we don't really go shopping in Christchurch because there really isn't a ton. Like, I have my shops that I like, but I don't often go out and buy like a big set of clothes or anything like that. I've been wearing a lot of the same things for a while now since we've moved here. So it was just nice to like go to stores and shop around, besides the point. But we did that, and then we basically walked everywhere because we didn't have a car. So we walked to the MCG Stadium to get merchandise, and they opened at like 10 or 12 that morning, and we went, I want to say at like 1, and we stayed in line for like maybe an hour, 15 minutes. They had tons and tons of lines. We're super organized. And originally we were standing in a line that was like, the sun was glaring down on us. And then Keaton found a shorter line on the end that was also under a tree. So shout out to Keaton for helping us avoid the sun and find a shorter line. But of course we got merch. We got this, and it's like the softest sweatshirt in the world. A t-shirt and a poster, because we have an Adele poster and a Sarah Bareilles poster in our garage. So we're like, we'll put Taylor up there too. And I think that's all we got. I think we were like planning the whole time while we were in line, like, okay, what are we gonna get? And it was really expensive. I think this was 120 Australian dollars, and a t-shirt was $85. I was like, but we had to do it. We just had to do it, and we did. And I'm happy about it because I'll wear this all the time. But we got merch, and then we went back to the hotel room to get ready, and we had so much fun, like picking out outfits, and like I had bought a few different things from different websites and tried them on, and then ended up returning them. And same with Keaton, and I landed on a like bright purple, like lavender, like fluffy top, and then a matching skirt, which was so comfortable. And then I just wore really comfy shoes that I got from Target in the States, actually, that were just like not tennis shoes, but just like a nice block shoe. I was not about to try and wear heels because we were walking everywhere, and I knew we were going to be standing for like 3 hours. No, don't sign me up for that in heels. And Keaton had on, so mine was like lavender haze, and Keaton had on a blue, like baby blue vest in his 1989 era. But I think we did really well for like temperatures and everything involved. They were the perfect outfits. I made like 20 friendship bracelets. Keaton refused to wear any of them. And then I also made earrings like so quickly the night before we left, because like I don't have earrings to go with this outfit. So I had some old like broken earrings. I took the like charm or dangly thing, whatever it is, off, and I made earrings that said Taylor Swift, the ERAS tour, and loved them. I loved them so much. They were just so fun hanging, and honestly, I should have made more to try to sell them, because I know so many people made money on friendship bracelets. From there, we got dressed and we went to the mall and grabbed some food, which I felt kind of silly, like walking around in the outfit. But as soon as we left our hotel, literally there were sequins everywhere. You were like, oh, they're going to the ERAS tour, they're going to the ERAS tour, they're going to the ERAS tour. And honestly, it was just so fun to see like everyone like looking at each other and smiling at each other, and it was just like positive vibes all around. So as soon as I started seeing everybody, I felt less silly about grabbing food and like being out in public in my outfit. That was really fun to see everyone's outfits, everything like that. So we hopped on a train to get to the stadium, which was super convenient. Once again, the train was packed with sequins and glitter. It's gonna be around the city probably for ages. We got there, and it was like the easiest process to get into a concert that I've ever been a part of. Like, there were 96,000 people at the concert, and like had absolutely no issues. We didn't need to have a clear bag. Like, we went through like the tiniest like security, and then showed them our tickets. We got our light up wristbands, and then we were through, and we just had to find our seats. And I was like, we didn't stand in line to get in. We weren't like hounded for anything, like no big security things. I don't know. It just wasn't what I was used to compared to like going to concerts or like big, massive events like that in the States. It was just completely different. We got there like a couple songs into Sabrina Carpenter's set, and it was really fun to see her on stage. I know a couple of her songs, and you could tell that there were some like diehard Sabrina fans in the audience around, which was fun for them. But we took the chance to like kind of walk around. They had water stations out, which was really great, and cups that like you could go get water and a cup at any time for free, which I highly, highly commend the stadium on, because that doesn't happen often. And usually water is like $4 or $5 for a bottle, and they just said, here, take care of yourselves and have the water. In the middle of Sabrina's set, we were like, oh, we should go to the bathroom before it starts. And so I was in I kid you not, like mile-long line for the women's restroom, and Keaton had gone to the men's, and he came and found me. He's like, just come with me. I was like, okay. So I followed him into the men's bathroom, And I walked in and there was like a line of like 4 girls. There were 3 stalls and there was a line of 4 girls. It was like, welcome to the party. And they all just gave me a hug because we were all just like in it together to go to the men's bathroom. And there was a guy in there waiting for his wife. And he was like, honestly, I don't care. You girls like do what you want to do. He's like, I'm just here to have a good time, and was probably intoxicated. But even the men were supportive, which was so funny. And then we just ended up being like, guys went to one side and girls went to the other side of the men's bathroom. But I got out and I walked past the girls' bathroom and I said, just go to the men's, just go to the men's. And then in the middle of the concert, Keaton went to the bathroom again and said that like the men's bathroom had essentially just become the women's bathroom. And like guys had a urinal and it was just like across the entire wall. So like it wasn't impeding them at all by having women in there. But they definitely got through the line a lot faster. But from there, we grabbed some drinks and some water and took a lot of pictures because of course you have to. And we waited until the clock started counting down. And Keaton had been like, oh, I wonder if the clock is going to like start at 10 minutes or like what it's gonna do. The clock started at 2 minutes, which we were like, oh, we don't have time for anything else, which we were at our seats, so whatever, it was fine. But very, very last minute, like I kid you not, with seconds left, I had a previous work friend in the seats like a little bit behind us, and we're like, let's just go grab her and take a picture one last time. So we did. So we like have a picture of us in front of the countdown with like, I want to say 30 and under seconds left. And then we ran back to our seats. And from there, the magic began. Honestly, the day was already magical knowing that we were going to go to the concert, but it truly, truly began. As soon as the clock hit 0 and the like sound in the background of all of her like songs and the kind of like montage was going on, everyone was just going insane. And then of course, like the screen lifts up and they start walking through with the big like fans, and it's just, I kid you not, like it felt like it went silent right before she popped up and said, it's been a long time coming, but and from there it just took off. I am not necessarily a lover girly. It's just not my favorite album. So I'm glad that we got it over first. And from there, it all just like picked up. Her dancers are insane. Every last one of them. Like I couldn't pick one that Meredith is snoring in her bed. I hope you can hear it. I couldn't pick one to just watch the whole time. The range of choreography was just so incredible. Mandy Moore is like one of the best choreographers of all time. I'm in love with her, but it was just so dynamic. There was always something going on, and then you just like look at how massive the stage is and how dynamic really everything is, like the pyrotechnics and the steam that comes out, or the fog, whatever you want to call it, and the mechanism of the stage lifting up and down, and the band playing on stage, and the singers, and just everything. And to think that they like set that all up and tear it all down every 3 to 4 days, depending on how many concerts she has, and move it to entire different continents is madness. Absolutely madness. And I just have so much respect for all of like the crew and the performers, just everyone involved, because that's a massive undertaking to do it night after night after night. And live on the road and just everything involved. So shout out to them. Like, I'm just like reliving everything in my head. I'm like, oh, where do I go next? Where do I go next? I'm probably not gonna go in order because everything is popping up.
Because, you see, I put out a lot of albums recently, to put it. And I remember people who kind of asked me, like, how are you planning on touring for that? Because you know what I'm about to say. And it's just, you have no idea how excited I am for my new album, The Tortured Poets Department. You have no idea. So the fact that you preemptively cheered, I didn't even have to say it. Like, you just knew. We're on that level tonight. I knew there was something about you the second I saw you. Not trying to love bomb the crowd, but but the Tortured Poets Department will be out April 19th. I am so excited about it. We might talk a little bit about that a little bit later. More. Since you're so supportive of the idea.
I knew that I was gonna be obsessed with like a couple of things from just like what I've seen online. Like, I am a folklore girly, and that whole set was just absolutely incredible. No notes. Vigilante is one of my absolute favorites. I just love the transition to like the feel of the song. Like, it's just unlike anything else that she performs. And her dancers, like, it just, chef's kiss. It's incredible. They're all just incredible. She started her Fearless era, and it was like 12-year-old Katie was like awoken within me, as ridiculous as that sounds. But I just got like shot back to middle school dances and had the time of my life. Like, I just wanted to cry and like turn around in circles and just like, oh, it was just so nostalgic. And everyone like putting up the hearts when she did. I got like the best picture, and you can see everyone, literally everyone in the stadium, in like the far back rows and everything, like putting up their hearts. And it was just, it just also goes to show like the best attitude and like camaraderie, I guess, between all of the Swifties that were there, because it was just so wonderful. So wonderful. I love Enchanted, particularly because of the dancers. They are stunning. Taylor's dresses are always stunning, but I can't keep my eyes off of the dancers during Enchanted. I love that. Long Live makes me cry and have goosebumps every single time. I really don't know why. I don't think that was like a favorite song of mine at the time when it came out, but I think like now that I'm older, I don't know, something about it gets me emotional. And I absolutely loved that. I could go and go for every single song, honestly. I'm just gonna say things as I remember them. Her surprise songs were Red and You're Losing Me, which she also announced her first of many album variations, but I'm pretty sure she's saying Red because the Chiefs just won the Super Bowl, and so she was singing about Travis Kelce, obviously. And then I also feel like in this video, I'm just like being transported back to like 16, 17 years old, because I'm just like a giddy girl talking about Taylor Swift. Also, I have removed any kind of shame with the label of a Swiftie, because everybody's like, oh, you went to the concert, like, are you a Swiftie? And I've been like, oh, I don't know, but like, take the shame away from it. I'm gonna claim it, because what's wrong with that and being excited about going to a concert? Everyone has their thing, and I love it. Anyways, she sang You're Losing Me as her second surprise song, and like talked about how I'll just play the like clip actually of what she said, because I think I have it, of what she said right before she
The
started.
best that you could possibly be. And I've never played this song live before. It's one of my favorites.
Then, that was beautiful, stunning, obviously. I couldn't like focus on her singing it though, because I think like 3 rows back, there were girls behind us that were like maybe 14, 15 years old, probably haven't felt like true heartbreak, or maybe they think they have, like I did when I was that age. But they were like scream crying, "You're losing me." And I just kept looking behind me and I was like, are you okay? Like, who hurt you? It was madness. It was like the ugliest scream cry that you could ever scream cry. It was amazing. Good for them. Honestly, I hope they're okay though. I really hope they're okay. Also, I'm in love with Mastermind. I think the lyrics in it are quite literally brilliant. She's telling us the story of her, obviously. And for anyone that's like, Taylor, blah, 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 knew what she was doing, and blah, of course she knew what she was doing the whole time. It's literally Mastermind is telling us that she was worried that nobody was gonna like her, so she did all of these things so people would like her. And now, like, look at her now. What if I told you I'm a mastermind and now you're mine? We're all hers. Simple as that. I see nothing wrong. For the end of the concert, Keaton and I like snuck out of our row and just went up to the very front because everyone was standing anyways, and like no security guard stopped us or anything like that. We weren't in anybody's way. We just like stayed in the back of the seats. But then we were so close. Like the confetti went and it like shot everywhere. It was amazing. One thing that I loved about the concert though is that everyone had their own seats. We also just went to Pink in Dunedin and we were in the VIP area in the front, but everyone was like so close and so claustrophobic, and I literally almost got knocked down at one point because people were just like moving around so much. But it's standing the whole time, and Taylor, like we were standing pretty much the whole time anyways, but if we wanted to sit down, we could sit down, and like we had our own personal space, which I think is brilliant, because I think if they had done just like general admission to see who could like get up to the front of the stage first, it would have been absolute chaos, like ridiculously chaotic. When I put videos in here, I'm gonna be so sad that I can't put the videos with the sound because I think it'll get copyrighted. So I'll just have to put the videos like behind what I'm saying, or I'll have to mute the videos. But oh my gosh, it was the best time. So much fun. And leaving the concert was honestly easier than getting there. Like we didn't even try to get on the train because we knew it was going to be packed. But for almost 100,000 people to leave that stadium and have it go as smoothly as it did, like everywhere else needs to take notes because it was so easy. We just like walked 20 minutes back to our hotel, as did like everyone else that wasn't taking the train. But like I felt safe leaving because we were just in this like massive group of people. Everybody was in a good mood because the concert just finished. Yeah, it was just the best time, and I'm so glad we went. Honestly, I wish we had spent the like $1,200 to get the like front row tickets. We wouldn't have even been able to. We were lucky to get the tickets that we got because so many people didn't get any at all. But yeah, I would have spent the money to see it in the first couple of rows because it's just electric, magnetic, everything. The screens, the dancers, her. yeah, I'm in love with it all. Also, the little girl that got the 22 hat was so stinking cute. She was like crying when she got the hat, and then just continued to sing when Taylor like went back to her kick line. Ah, so cute. I could literally continue to think about a million things, but we'd be here for forever. But it exceeded all of our expectations and more, above and beyond. It's just, I'm so glad that we got to experience it and just live our best lives there with everyone. I started talking to the girl next to me and actually learned that she grew up in Colorado, which is the state right next to Nebraska, where we're from, if you haven't seen any of my other videos. But so like crazy small world. Her dad was in the military. She moved around a ton and ended up in Australia because her mom is Australian. But it was like, yeah, the world is small, and it was just kind of cool to meet someone. We were talking a little bit, and she goes, "Are you American?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Where are you from?" I was like, "Nebraska." And then the music would pick up, and then it would be like a transition between songs again, and then we would start chatting, and then a song would start, and then it would done, and then just chatting again, like all that stuff. So that was really fun. I ended up only trading 2 of my friendship bracelets, and of course the ones that they picked were my favorite ones, but that's okay. I can make them again. Also, the friendship bracelet, the other ones are just like sitting in a box somewhere now, so I probably don't need to make them at all. But it was fun to have them on the day, for sure. But it was just such a fun time. Very quick turnaround to come back to Christchurch the next morning, but well worth it. I wish we could do it again, but not a chance that A, we'd get tickets, 2, we would go to another country. After already going to another country to see it the first time, even if it was only a 3-hour flight away. But we loved it. Worth every second. This is a fun one. I feel like I just need to go blast her albums now to relive it. Thanks for coming along and just listening to me rant about how much fun I had at Taylor Swift. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.